ever said how much I like the jazz soundtrack of this game? Because I do.
Welcome back to Sweet and Sour Gamers.
I'm Aaron.
But yes, I'm Xavier, and no, this is the first time we've actually mentioned it, but
Yeah,
I do adore the soundtrack in this game, because it is so fucking good, man.
Oh, it's so good.
So, I thought that we were playing the last time the Picture Perfect update, but
apparently we were not.
Apparently we were not. So, I don't know what that other area is that we access, but I guess we'll find that out as we go into this, eh?
Yeah?
Either way. Welcome to Little Kitty Big City's Picture Perfect Update. If you're a new player, relax and enjoy. You'll just get rolled in new content as you play.
If you're a returning player, welcome back! Make sure you've polished off to-do items for Beetle, Big Potato, and the greatest inventor of all time, me! Love, Tanuki.
Hugs and kisses. I love that that's a little what that means, so. But yeah, anyways, so... It's been, I want to say, about 2 weeks since we last recorded.
Yeah.
And now we're actually hitting the update. So I'm not sure if what that happened with that fucking teleportation accident was me or not, or if it was part of the update. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go along. Oh, fuck. But let's be real. That was really fucking hilarious. Just like, fucking today, when we were out and about, we went to our usual ramen spot.
Yeah, we tend to go on Sundays because that's when our favorite waitress is working.
Hello. All
okay.
Right.
So what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were trying to find the chameleon. You're gonna finish that off.
Yeah, because this is our to-do list.
Yeah.
Felix the engineer.
Yep, and then obviously get back home, but that's like end-all be-all of the game. So, okay. Come down to the river. Oh, it's where the fisherman is.
Oh yeah, that's right, eh? Oh god.
And now you gotta reacquaint yourself with the controls yet again. You could just take the teleport. What are you doing?
Everybody loves Kung Fu Kitty.
Meow. But did you not hear my statement?
I did. I'm
You just
elected
don't
to
care?
ignore the statement.
Okay, fine, fair enough. I guess.
Ah!
Hi, Tanuki.
Oh, right. Hi.
Hi, Tanuki. Bye, Tanuki.
Ka-dunk. Oh, God. Okay.
Jesus. Okay, but yeah, we had gone to... It's because there's a sleep spot right there.
Yeah, I know.
We had gone to our normal ramen spot.
Who the hell's littering? At a fucking shrine!
How dare you? We went to our regular ramen shop, and there's a trash can right there. And they had a promotion going for, like, they had a pop-up shop with one of, with a matcha creator here in our neck of the... Oh, there's one right there, too.
Here in our city.
Yeah. And I usually don't like matcha. I think it tastes like grass. It just like hojicha tastes like dirt.
Well, matcha is an experience.
I will read that in a minute. I have it loaded.
I'm just saying in general.
Yes, matcha is an experience. It is not a tea, it is an experience. But the particular pop-up shop had different varieties than just regular matcha. And originally we were just going to get the regular matcha because we had coupons after we ate to get free matcha, and it only applied to the regular matcha. And we were like, okay, we'll just get the regular matcha. Mike and I aren't the biggest fans of matcha. We don't really care. But then they were like, oh, we're out of regular matcha, so here, we'll give you our cans of Earl Grey tea matcha. And you're like, oh, okay. It's awesome, cool. We didn't even have to pay extra for it. So, where is the chameleon? Where is he? Where is that boy? He's somewhere nearby, obviously. He's not gonna pull up another fish. You already ate his fish. Oh. I'm vibrating! There we go.
There we go.
And, so, usually with matcha cans, you have to make sure you shake them up a lot before you drink them. And we did. And I was having trouble with opening mine, so Mike was like, here, just take the one I've opened already, I'll open this up a little later. And I said, okay, cool. And I took a sip of it, and I'm like, wow, that's frothy. And it was because of the foam on the top. But then, when I actually got to the drink, I was just like, huh. So I gave the can to Mike, and Mike has very specific faces that he makes when something is tasty and it has his intrigue. He goes, ooh.
I make the ooh, that shit slaps kind of face.
Yeah, and he's just like, that's really good. And I'm like, I didn't really capture the flavor when I first drank it because all I got really was the foam. And then when I took that full sip, I was like, oh shit, that is good. And it was just like, wow, I didn't even think that there was matcha I could like because I don't like matcha. It's like, awesome, cool. And then Mike was like, we should read that one Tumblr post where someone answered the whole sort of, you don't see matcha as tea? And it's like, no, matcha is an experience. Oh, there he is. Hey, bud.
There he is.
Well, this time he actually kind of hit himself a bit.
He actually kind of hit himself a little bit.
Hey, good job.
There's still more garbage I want to take care of.
Oh, for the love of crap. He's just watching you run by like, yes, I have hidden perfectly. Cat sees him but doesn't acknowledge him because he's just like, fucking litter. I will trip everybody in this goddamn fucking walkway.
I mean, I almost tripped a few people there.
You almost tripped yourself.
Oh, there's still more trash. Ah! What the fuck?
That step is warped.
It is. What the hell?
What the fuck?
The hell, man?
Also, the fact that those people would just walk through water instead of just going around. Oh, for the love of God, honey. We have 117 plus goddamn shinies. We don't need any more.
Need more shinies. Need all of the shinies. Whoops.
You gotta run into the vending machine if you're gonna do that.
The fact that the kitty can bash his head into the shinies.
And also the fact that there's empty cans in there.
Yeah.
Like, for shame on the person trying to scam people.
Oops.
Well, don't run it. It's good that you're wearing a goddamn hard hat.
That still won't stop a kitty concussion.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Anyways, as you were saying.
Yeah, so I have that post loaded up. And it's from Tumblr user Chicken Lore, better known as gallusrostromegalus. Yes, that is their name. Don't worry, it's easy to find. All you have to do is look up matcha as an experience, Tumblr. And you will find it. Boy howdy, will you find it. She has spicy... No. Last time No, she has spicy chicken. Do not grab it.
Me trying to fucking tag
Leave the fiery chicken alone.
Oh,
okay, wait, but she has a hot dog.
You have a hot dog, though. Can I have that? Ah, she sneezed on me.
She's allergic to you. Well, smack her ankles. There you go. Oh, it makes you dog-like. Do you know why dogs pant?
Why do dogs pant?
Dogs pant because they don't have sweat glands. So them doing that helps keep them cool. I wasn't expecting the bark. It's like that one video of the kitty who was raised by dogs, and it barks instead of meows. Hello! Chameleon! Glad to see you safe and sound. Thank you! I feel so much better. But even ignoring the horrible high places, this whole hide-and-seek trail has been a truly humbling experience. You might actually defeat me in this battle of wits.
Would that be so bad? I mean, I could promise not to tell anyone if you like.
That's nice of you, but I'd still know. Besides, how could I call myself the world's only entirely invisible chameleon while knowing I was a fraud?
You could use one of your other names.
Impossible! That would mean reprinting my business cards, and I only just ordered new ones. There's just one more idea left to try. I will hope for the best, yet prepare for the worst.
This is a lot of pressure to be putting on a game of hide and seek.
This is a completely normal chameleon reaction while playing competitive games. You should see us when we play chess. Now, here's your clue. Beside the small convenience store protected by a well-locked door, you'll find a room where humans rest. And that's where I'll conclude this test. Good luck.
Return
of the chameleon. Okay, so it's nearby the convenience store. Well, that's not climbable, Leaf, hun.
But
It's not the same.
But
That's a shrub.
Oh, it is. What the fuck? That's weird.
Hi, Butterball. Please no. Not with our current setup, big boy. I'm sorry. I would love to have you up here with us, but you can only climb up on the dad's lap. You can't climb up onto mine.
Come on, my boy. Rare guest appearance from the buttery boy.
The big buttery boy. The big old buttery boy.
Anyways, as you were saying.
Yes, as I was saying. So I'm going to read this post.
Because...
Oh. Well, okay then.
The fucking carnage, man.
Yeah? One of the cats had a stinky poo. Is this... I don't think this classifies as a convenience store. I don't think this classifies as a combini.
Probably not.
Hi, Butterball. This is difficult.
Hello, my boy. Oh, I now have a very orange man on me. There goes the mic.
The microphone! Okay, this is fine. You don't need to go anywhere anyways.
And I can... What the... As I partially clip through the wall.
Sure. I guess that technically is a convenience store.
But it's not the convenience store.
Yeah, no, the one I think of convenience store, I think of that combini with the auto door.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Okay.
Reading
You
onwards.
Kelp asked, you don't think matcha is tea. Matcha isn't a tea in my humble opinion. Matcha is an experience. The year is 2009. The place is the University of Hawaii at Mauna and Honolulu. And I am recovering from a self-undiagnosed disease that left me with 100-degree plus fever for over 3 weeks, extreme weight loss, and permanent brain damage. I have signed up for an introductory art history class because I need an additional humanities credit. It's called The History and Philosophy of the Japanese Tea Ceremony, and for a class I can only sort of remember it stands out. So,
I had to meow at the start quick because they came up to investigate me.
Of course. I was just saying, yeah, you gotta jump over there. And then you can jump up. For some godforsaken reason. So, I'm in Professor Roberts' Japanese tea ceremony class, looking and feeling like death warmed over. But I'm genuinely interested in the subject matter and show up to every class because I have nothing better to do and ask questions and turn in my homework, and even if neither are particularly coherent at times and rapidly becoming his favorite student. The thing I learned in public school was how to show up to events even if I don't want to. Analyze tests and other written materials for patterns, and he's in the bathroom. This is the second bathroom we found you in, good sir. You and your weird eyes have been worthy opponents, Kitty. I have been utterly defeated.
Thank you. I really don't want you to feel bad.
No. I will learn to live as the world's least invisible chameleon. I shall learn to look at myself in the mirror and see nothing but failure.
Oh man, you don't gotta say that, bruh!
In fact, I shall start now. What? Is that really me? Bruh.
I think so. I mean, if you're seeing a rainbow lizard in a hat, then that's what I've been seeing too.
But I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm totally visible. Why didn't you say so?
I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I've been saying.
Problem seems to be that I'm a completely different color than the thing I'm standing on. Let's see if I can change that. Ooh. This is so much fun!
So cool, I can't see you at all.
Even with your weird eyes?
Even with my weird eyes.
This makes this a victory for me! The world's most invisible chameleon! Let's not talk about the hat.
The hat still might give away your location, though.
Never mind. Oh? Ah! I see, you mean that it has remained steadfastly visible. Well, that's easily solved. Kitty, you have completed my challenge, and here is your reward. A lightly used, but still very stylish, magician's hat! Amazing. Chameleon said that this hat will help you become invisible. Is it working yet? Thank you for all your help. It was a pleasure. I'll see you around, Chameleon. You absolutely won't! Not unless I want you to! Bye! And he's gone.
And poof, just like that.
Just like that. And now you have a top hat. Yes, I am a magic kitty.
I love it.
Amazing.
Oh, God.
That's so good. Excuse you? You're supposed to break when you hit the ground. What the fuck are you doing? Not breaking. Fine then.
Wait,
I'll knock over all this toilet paper.
Can I...
Are you trying to drop the toilet paper in the...
it's floating.
It is floating.
Okay.
I don't think you can flush it down the toilet, unfortunately.
That is a little unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Alright.
Wait a second.
Ooh,
Have I ever been in here?
no. Obviously
No,
not.
I have not.
Bone! Well, you'll have to... No, leave the bone for a second and get the gachapon.
True. Anyways, as you were reading...
As I was reading. Well, I gotta find out what this gachapon is first. Aww. Flew like a butterfly, napped like a kitty. That's amazing.
That's adorable as fuck.
The thing I learned in public school was how to show up to events even if I don't want to, analyze tests and other written materials for patterns, and charm educators by holding up my end of a conversation, skills that have served me in the modern world far more than learning actual course content would have. The tea ceremony, historically, takes a good month to prepare, and the entire evening to carry out. The guest list is curated to create social bonds and intellectual stimulation alike. A poem is composed for the season, and a seasonal flower arrangement created to decorate the space. When the guests arrive, they must all crawl through a small door to enter the tea garden, regardless of profession or rank. Hands are ritually washed in spring water, and there is a slow processional walk through the garden to admire the artistry of the landscape, and the composition of seasonal elements to create this particular night of beauty. The entire ceremony is about appreciating both the joy of existing right now in this time and place, and the unification of the self and the universe and the endless cycles of nature. Bone! Where does the bone go, I wonder?
That's what I'm wondering.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we've fed all the dogs, haven't we? Have we?
I think so.
Yeah, because that's all the extra stuff for doing random things. We fed all the current dogs, but remember, there were probably more in that other area. That's a lot of cat achievements. Aye.
Lady.
Excuse you, don't stand in the fucking camera. The guests arrived at the tea house and met the tea master, who will be making the matcha that evening. The guests are seated in particular order. The most revered guest, sometimes a high-ranking official, sometimes a visiting scholar or artist, is seated closest to the tea master. The poem is read aloud. The flowers are admired, the tools for making matcha are taken out, examined as objects of art, and their history told. The matcha powder itself is taken out, the case examined, the cultivation of the tea discussed, and only then does the tea master make the tea. Matcha is not brewed. It is a fine powder made of crushed green tea leaves, and the powder is whisked together with not quite boiling water in a bowl to create a much more substantial and flavorful drink. This drink is represented to the most revered guest first, who is expected to take a sip and, in a moment of Zen spiritual clarity, comment on its flavor and how all the elements of the tea, art, garden, and season all complement each other, and perhaps offer some sort of philosophical statement. At least, that's how it's supposed to go. About a month before the spring semester is over, Professor Roberts announced that he has a surprise for the class. A good friend of his, a professional tea master, will be visiting Hawaii and has agreed to perform a tea ceremony for our class. I was very excited. The other 10 people in the class are varying levels of amiably confused to distressed of having to go to an event, trademark, for a grade, but agree. One of my classmates, an astrology hoe named Jessica, pointed out that with the 11 students, Professor Roberts, and the tea master, there will be 13 people present, which is basically inviting disaster. Jessica, sighed Professor Roberts, it is a tea ceremony. What disaster could happen?
Famous last words.
Famous last words. It's my mischief hat.
This is my ass-kicking hat.
What are you wearing? This is my ass-kicking outfit, bitch! Was there seriously stairs up here? Oh no, okay, you climbed up the vines.
Not these particular vines, though.
Not those vines, though. Huh. Despite Jessica's misgivings, preparations for the ceremony went on. We learned about the ikebana while deciding on the ceremonial bouquet, and tried our hands at it with Professor Robert could get at the grocery store for $12. We learned about calligraphy and the different types of poetic compositions while making the seasonal poem, and stained the hell out of the classroom carpet learning the brushstrokes. We learn about different types of matcha bowl sculpting and glazing, and we are not allowed to touch the demonstration bowls or the kiln because Professor Roberts was beginning to suspect some of his students, me, were suffering from coordination issues. I applied myself with zeal, if not necessary talent. I was, at that time, an art major, but my professors in the art department had been grading me on a secret, this bitch almost died last semester and is relearning how to hold a pencil curve. And boy howdy did I stumble and break leaves and splatter ink like it. Goddamn birds. Birds make nests wherever they want. It's full of shinies. Well, at least the shinies went behind you and didn't fly off in the fucking abyss.
I was gonna say, oh fuck.
Ah, yes, I remember when we were here last.
Oh yeah, right. Cause
this is where one of the duckies was.
Because we blocked off his fucking thingy.
Yeah, so that way we could actually get him down, because otherwise he was gonna fly forever.
Is that really a bad thing?
A little bit.
Oh shit!
Ah! Well, you didn't even need to climb up. It was gonna let you grab it regardless. Cucumber!
Oh yeah, right. That's the cucumber I dropped there. Why did I put it up here?
I don't fucking know, man. You put things in a lot of weird-ass places. Despite my ongoing, unmonitored recovery, Professor Roberts viewed my enthusiastic class participation with rose-colored glasses, and about a week before the ceremony, we had a class where he brought out the used kimonos and obi and other forms of Japanese dress he'd borrowed from the theater department so that we would be traditionally dressed-ish and experience the ceremony authentically-ish. While people were trying on clothes to see what would fit, he took me aside and told me he wanted me in the position of the most revered guest, the person who makes the Zen statement upon which the entire evening hinges. Are you sure that's a good idea? I asked. You're the only person who doesn't fall asleep in class, and you talked about how the flowers stagger their blooms to not compete for the bees. You're perfectly engaged and conscious of the seasons, he said blindly. You will need different shoes, though, he had indicated to my flip-flops. I won't make you learn how to walk in geta, but nothing with heels. Ballet flats are fine. These are the only shoes I own, I said. Professor Roberts stared at me. I used to have a pair of sneakers, but I think a homeless guy stole them while I was at the beach last month. What? Roberts blinked. He probably needed them more than I do. I'll see if I can borrow some flats. I don't think I've ever met a woman with less than 10 pairs of shoes, said Roberts. I'm not a woman. I'm an undergrad, I said, still 3 years away from learning the term non-binary. Those are Jordan's only pair of shoes, you know. I pointed at my classmate who had been wearing the one pair of basketball shorts for the entire semester. I washed them! Jordan shouted defensively, wearing the longest men's kimono the theater department had, which barely came down to half of his calves. Oh, God, said Roberts, a horrifying new world opening up to him like a tub of expired sour cream.
That sounds like a him problem.
Eh. It's like going down a fast water slide that's got like 3 loops.
Oh, God. This just reminds me of the water slide of Defunct Land.
Oh, God.
The full fucking loop-de-loop.
It wasn't called Defunct Land, it was called Action Park, thank you. Defunct Land is the channel that did the video on it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Action Park was in the U.S.
Same thing, slightly different pile.
I mean, it is defunct, you're right. No, don't go in there, that'll take you back. That's a red panda. That's adorable.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
It has a bunch of mandarin oranges. Oh, you gotta drop it. Hi.
That seems like a you problem.
You can't open the can if you have a can in your mouth. There we go.
There we are.
This is a whole new area. I kind of don't want to talk over it.
Too bad, Waluigi time.
Well, fine. I'll read on then. Bagel.
Bagel.
Bagel was...
Ah! Lady!
She got weird-ass shrimp.
Where the hell is this goddamn other...
Trash can? Well, we haven't really explored the area, so... It's the day of the ceremony. The seasonal theme we'd worked on was the turn of summer, and the weather was complying maliciously. Normally, tea ceremonies are scheduled for the more temperate evening, but due to the school needing to honor, needing to host something in the adjourning cultural center later, we could only use the tea garden in the middle of the afternoon. And the summer sun was a sweltering 98 degrees, which is about, almost 40 in, Celsius for all our non-Americans, and a similar level of humidity. The camellias were melting.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no. Where Jordan had difficulty finding a kimono that well suited his ent-like proportions, I had the opposite problem, and the only kimono short enough to not trip my hobbit-sized self was a child's size. My roommate had helped me get into the kimono and obi before the ceremony, and lent me a pair of her ballet flats. But we discovered an issue. This kimono was designed for a flat-chested, prepubescent youth, and even though I barely scraped 5 feet, I had the robust proportions of an Irish peasant. And the only way of avoiding displaying a frankly offensive amount of cleavage was to use the widest obi that we could and sort of tuck my boobs into it. I said, kinda hard to breathe. Yeah, but you're sitting most of it, right? It can't last more than an hour, so shuffle and don't talk much, she suggested. To her credit, the first 45 minutes of the ceremony only involved shuffling through the gardens and not talking, while the tea master lectured us on some of the finer points. Oh god, you made yourself drunk. To her credit, the first 45 minutes of the ceremony only involved shuffling through the gardens and not talking while the tea master lectured us on some of the finer points of the garden's design. But then, we got to the tea house, a small structure only barely able to accommodate the 13 of us, which was in the shade, but hotter than the outside because of the roaring fire in the middle of the room, where the water of the matcha was boiling. The room was surrounded by a narrow sort of porch, part of which hung over the koi pond, where several massively overfed carp blurbed expectantly for treats at the arrival of humans. I sat down, legs folded under me like Professor Roberts had insisted, and realized that this pushed the obi up, and now my ribcage was being compressed in all directions. I tried to pay attention to the rest of the ceremony, but 2.5 hours is an awfully long time to listen about lectures you've already heard when your body is undergoing a sort of internal horse race to see if the heat stroke, sciatica pain, and numbness, allergies, or suffocation by compression will cause you to pass out first. My legs had gone numb below the knee by the time that we were done with the flower arrangement. My entire legs were numb before we had done with the poem. By the time the tea utensils came out, I was seeing spots of colored light in my vision, and could only breathe if I focused on it very, very hard. But the ceremony was genuinely interesting. And Professor Roberts was counting on me, so I did my best not to sway or throw up from watching the tea master whisk the matcha, and dutifully took the bowl with a pair of hands that felt like slabs of ham that I was attempting to puppet from another dimension, and took a sip. They say that smell and taste are far more closely connected to the emotional centers of the brain than any other sense. And I believe, because the instant I inhaled both the grassy, powdery smell and tasted the moderately viscous, bubbly liquid, I experienced an intense flashbulb memory back to a previous late May. The year was 98, the place was my elementary school art room, and we had been using the seasonal hot weather to paint a massive scale as the art dried quickly. Each third grader had been given a roll of butcher tape, a cheap brush, squirts of non-toxic paint, and a water cup, and allowed to go hog wild on our murals. And the rush of creative energy and the imminent sense of freedom as the semester drew to a close truly embodied the summer of youth, carefree but with an almost psychotic fervor, where lack of care was both freeing and dangerous as you lost track of your surroundings in an act of creation, which wasn't a bad seasonal philosophical connection statement to make, but the actual words that came out of my mouth were, "Wow, this tastes exactly like paint!"
Which means that the tea master fucked up. Which, let's be real, matcha is incredibly difficult to make.
Yeah.
And wildly easy to fuck up.
Yeah, but also you do not just say, "Wow, that tastes like paint." The first sound I heard after the moment of silence was the cartoonish loud gasp of horror from Professor Roberts, who was almost immediately drowned out by the thunderclap of laughter from the tea master, slapping his thighs and wiping tears from his face, unable to stop. I desperately tried to explain the connection between the fact that I might be dying of heat stroke right now, and how I ended up drinking my paint water back in Miss Krantz's art class, because back then I was also dying of heat stroke, but mostly ended up wheezing half-formed sentences as the rest of the class took sips, offering opinions varying between, "Wow, that's sick," like a hot smoothie. "Oh yeah, it tastes like summer, like how a freshly mowed lawn smells like summer." Professor Roberts slowly melted into a pile of shame, and the tea master slapped him on the back, still howling with laughter. "They're honest! Nobody else will be honest. This is magnificent," he wheezed. Eventually, everyone had their taste, and the ceremony was concluded. The second the tea master had packed up his tools and stepped outside for a breath of fresh air, Professor Roberts was in my face. "How could you say that?" he hissed, grabbing my arm and pulling me up. "Go apologize right now!" He shoved me out onto the porch where the tea master was looking at the koi, who had started bubble begging aggressively again, except that my legs felt like blocks of wood, that my pelvis was renting from another planet, where my legs hadn't been invented yet. My vision was entirely static between the dehydration, and lack of oxygen, and my vestibular system was fucked off an hour ago, leaving me to stay upright purely by the virtue of the overly tightened Obi. So instead of bowing and apologizing profusely like my professor expected, what I actually did was stumble out of the room, say something like, and topple headfirst into the koi pond. Fortunately, the impact on the bottom of the pond with the top of my skull activated a sort of last resort emergency self-preservation system, and I inhaled with enough force to break the OBGYN and probably a couple of ribs from the pain that hit both my sides like lightning. Unfortunately, the thing I was inhaling was fish shit-riddled pond water, so my emergency self-preservation system ordered an even harder exhale. The tea master, to his immense credit, had immediately jumped in after me and pulled me upright just in time for me to forcibly exhale half a gallon of rancid pond water directly into his face, and then start screaming. Screaming is an extremely appropriate reaction to have when injured, because it alerts everyone that you require medical attention, but it is very unpleasant to experience from 4 inches away, which is probably why he immediately dropped me. Fortunately, the pond wasn't very deep, and this time I sat there, scream gasping as my lungs reinflated, koi fish burbling and sucking at me with tremendous excitement until the EMT from the campus clinic arrived, a vanguard before the actual ambulance. "Okay, you're bleeding," he said, cautiously wading into the pond. I opened my eyes to find that I had apparently acquired a large and profusely bleeding head wound, which activated some long-suppressed shark instincts in the koi, which were eagerly gumming at the streams of blood and were trying to suck on my forehead. Good thing they don't have teeth, I said in the distant bliss that only Zen masters and people with serious head injuries could get to experience. Amazing. Have you seen me? 2 milk bottles slurped. It keeps track of how many milk bottles you've had.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
I wonder if this is it applies to the other things as well.
Hot dog! Yeah, it does!
Amazing.
That's so good. There's 5 hats in this one. Squid hat. It does. That means one of those is a fried chicken.
I imagine that's the last one.
No, it's that one. It's the rooster.
Oh, there's one more.
The last one must be the squid hat.
Oh, we already got the squid hat.
Oh yeah, we did.
What is this one trapped in?
Tempura! Shrimp!
Oh.
Why are shrimp good at cards? They're crustaceans.
No, I actually gotta laugh at that one. That was pretty good.
Do you want a towel? He asked, helping me up. No, this is rather refreshing, actually, I said, still absolutely smashed on endorphins. Koi still enthusiastically swimming at my kneecaps. No, I meant for the EMT gestured vaguely at my torso. I looked down and realized that not only had I broken the OB-GME, the entire OB had come undone and was floating several feet away, and I was only wearing the kimono, falling completely off my shoulders, and was only being prevented from performing a full Lady Godiva by the valiant efforts of the safety pin my roommate had put in to keep it folded correctly while we figured out the OB. Professor Roberts? I stood up all the way, soaking wet, bleeding from my forehead, with some forces to create actual streams of blood down my face, neck and chest, tits out, and addressed the poor man standing white-faced at the deck above the pond. I don't think I'm going to be in class on Monday. I paused to fish a small koi that had gotten trapped in the remains of the now-ruined kimono, and tossed it back into the pond. Can I schedule a makeup exam for the final? For the love of God, get in the ambulance, he screamed. I was x-rayed for a skull fracture, but my lifelong membership of the Lactose Tolerance Club had protected me, and I happily texted my roommate to come pick me up. As the x-rayed my head and found nothing, well, the doctor stitched part of my scalp back together. The following morning, I discovered that Professor Roberts had graded my exam before I took it. 100%. Truly the best way to get a good grade on your final is to get a serious head injury. So, matcha is not tea, in my humble opinion. Matcha is an experience. And sometimes that experience is drinking something almost exactly like paint, ruining an important cultural ceremony, traumatizing your professor, and introducing a bunch of fists to the taste of human flesh. Fucking love that person is very good at telling stories because they've got other ones too, but I'm not going to read them because honestly I think people should go to their blog and just genuinely
read it themselves.
Yeah, no.
Ow.
There is so much with the whole how a story is written that like the way of finding it is put it in the circle. No, the yellow circle. Yeah. Then there's another yellow one. Why are you overcomplicating this?
Because that's not one I could pick up. There's flowers that I knocked over.
Oh.
Because I did.
I thought that was another plastic plant. Okay, never mind. Fine then.
I imagine that there probably are other things around, though, that are like that. I say after having jumped off the roof like a fucking psychotic idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just so like me. But yeah. Oh, God. But yeah, when we were having our matcha today, I just thought of that story, and I was just thinking to myself, we should really read that, because, like, I know that a lot of people probably have already read it.
Well, no, because the thing is Tumblr as a website has started falling off as a commonly used platform. Especially because of, like, Twitter. I'm not calling it X. I don't care how much Elon paid for it. I'm not calling it X.
I mean, who the fuck would call it X?
A lot of tech bros.
Okay, but they're not actually people.
They're not humans. Fuck those guys. I can say that too because my dad would be classified as a classic tech bro. So I can make fun of them because they deserve it.
Exactly.
What's up here? We haven't been up here before. Oh, there's a jar. I see a jar.
I also see shinies.
Hole.
So I guess this actually was the new area.
Yeah? Oh, it's greenhouse. Stop right there!
Me?
Well, I'm not talking to myself, am I?
I'm not sure. I can't see you.
That's actually a good point. Hang on a moment. It's a puppy!
Hello.
Well, you don't look terrifying, but you're still trespassing.
I don't know what trespassing means.
Neither do most other cats. Why did you come up here?
I'm looking for someone called Felix. Do you know him?
I hope so. I'm Felix. What do you need?
Tanuki sent me. She wants your help creating a pipeless portal?
Ha! I knew that watermelon plan wouldn't work. She needs a position tracker that can also map spaces.
I know.
I know. My robo vacuum cleaner has a tracker and it maps the area it cleans. I'll use parts from that. Wait, there's a note where the robovac should be. Dear Felix, you were being boring, so I have gone on an adventure with my trusty robo Steve. Love, Posca. Oh. No, that cat is a British Shorthair.
Oh, they are. And they're also a
Munchkin.
It is Posca.
My sister! Ugh, and all her adventures involve going outdoors. This is a disaster!
What's wrong with the outdoors? I'm there right now, and it's very nice.
We are indoor cats. Outdoor is full of danger, and crows, and...
Did you see the inside warp in and out?
Yes. Freedom! Posca, come back inside right now! No way! You're being so boring! Besides, my trusty robo-steed needs to eat. She only comes back when she's full. Posca! Goodbye. Ugh, why are you like this? Just cool, I guess. Kitty, you have to get Posca and the Robovac inside, I'm begging you. But how? Robovac will come back indoors when its bin is full. I hate to ask, but could you make a mess for it to clean up?
You want me to make a mess?
Much as it pains me to say it, yes I do.
Felix,
it would be my pleasure. Break things? Make messes? Hell yeah.
Whoa!
What happened to you there for a second, my love?
Many things.
No, I think you're gonna have to go to the other side. I don't think there's much for you to break over here on this side. Where did Posca come from?
Ah!
Okay, not that way.
I think from right here.
Oh. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Ow.
Ow. It was an attempt. Ooh.
Ah!
Should be things up here for me to make a mess with.
Oh yeah, there's another door. Hip up!
Boop, 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 boop.
Look, as long as it's a situation where the well, the good thing is this is an entirely closed off area. She can't go very far. Hey, baby. I see another spot. Going for a spot. Aye. Aw, playtime is over already. Thank goodness you're safe. I was always safe, Felix. It's perfectly... Wait. What are you doing to my trusty robo-steed? I need some of the parts for Tanuki's pipeless portal project. Wait, why is she allowed to do fun, dangerous things? Because I'm not responsible for her. Yes, proper sister behavior. Posca, why did you press the trash release button? Just cool, I guess. Bye. Thank you for helping me out, kitty.
Trust me, it was my pleasure.
I've also extracted the trap map protect from the RoboVac. Let me install it into your phone camera. Camera upgrade! What does it do? When you take a photo, the record records extra location data about the objects in shot. The data is all Tanuki needs to turn one of those objects into a pipeless portal.
Uh-oh. I didn't check the object she's aiming for.
Don't worry, I'll ask her now. Hello, Smart House. Hello, Felix. Smart House, write a message to Tanuki. Yo, Nooks! Where do you want the hole? P.S. Watermelon Death. Send message. Message sent. Message received from Tanuki. Message says, I don't know. I know, right, Death? Gotta make a hole at the star, dog, need photo of door,
Door satellite.
Thanks. What? She says she wants to put the pipeless portal at the pet door on famous cat. Oh, on Taffy's apartment balcony. Oh, we know where that is.
Oh, we know where that is.
And I just got there and just go there and take a picture of the pet door on my phone. Go there, take a picture of the pet door, then bring the phone back to Tanuki. When you take a picture, the tracker records all the extra data Tanuki needs for a pipeless portal location. I'll mark it on your map. Can I switch the location thing off afterwards? Posca! Gonna have to see what that was. But before you go, I have one more favor to ask. Have you seen those robotic birds flying around this part of the city? You said no.
You'll have a cat.
Lovely cat, but not the most observant. Tanuki made them after watching a Gekku movie about a giant parrot builds an evil robo-bird army to attack the city. It's called Gekku vs. Mega Geek, Felix! Wait, Tanuki made an evil robo-bird army? Oh, no. They're chaotic neutral at worst. There's only 5 of them. But their communication frequency is really messing with my extraterrestrial chat receivers. Excuse.
What?
Felix can't hear whether aliens are sending him text messages. You're making it sound so weird, Posca. It is weird! Look, I just think we need to be vigilant about outdoor stuff. That includes outer space.
That sounds sensible.
See? Anyway, can you catch all the 5 robo-birds so I can listen for outer space messages in peace?
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, kitty. Does this make my face look flat?
Whoops.
Oh, caught you mid-yawn. Amazing. But you know what? We will find those birds and,
destroy them on next time on Sweet Sour Gamers.
Yeah.
Because it's that time already.
Wait, I hear a bird nearby. I hear a bird. There it is. Are you gonna long dive it? Because that's a regular.
Alright. Has to be a safer way down.
I mean, yeah, but like I was thinking you could just fucking pounce him from fucking the top of the roof. I think that would be funny.
Can I? That works.
Yeah? Ew. Nope.
No, not close enough. Can I get on top of this thing?
On top of the traffic mirror? I mean, yes, looks like it.
Oh!
Nope! You just phased right through it!
It's an invisible Ew.
Bro.
Next time on Sweet Sour Gamers.
Next time on Sweet and Sour Gamers, we kill birds. Robo-birds. The robo-bird-eating.
Catch 5 robot birds.
I mean, you've already caught one before.
Apparently.
Well, no, I remember. Because when we got into this new area, we found a robo-bird and we were like, we're gonna kill it!
I didn't actually mean to kill it. I thought it was just gonna fly away like the other birds.
No, it exploded into scrap.
The fact that it exploded still distresses me.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. It's just one of Tanuki's crazy inventions.
It is indeed.
It's alright if it
You
breaks.
joke, but it's true.
It's alright if it breaks.
Yeah, I mean,